And we're back with Laxius Soul. Today we're going to clear the Azanian section of the game. As we have discussed last time, there's a lot of stuff you can actually do in Azan. Now, the first thing I recommend you to do is just go up here and just talk to Zelena. That is going to trigger a long chain of cutscenes, but it really doesn't matter too much. You can do this at the start, you can do this later, but I'm personally more of a fan of doing it right away because that will at least stop restricting your movement. Otherwise, if you don't talk to her right away, you can't go up into the forest, you can't go up into any other section, so it does get a little bit tedious that you're kind of basically stuck without being able to do anything, right? I'm just going to turn up the volume here a bit because I think it's a bit quiet, just so you can hear some of the music, although the music in this section is really quiet. Alright, so once we're done talking to Zelena, we're actually going to be set free, and even at the start of the game, there is a lot of details that you should be paying attention to kind of maximize whatever you're doing at any point. Now, first of all, talk to this guy twice with Wandala in the party. He will give you a quest. The quest itself can only be finished like near the end of the game, so don't bother too much with it right now. Over here, we will find secret room number 2, and we will open this chest for an Escalaboom. We will collect this little thingamajig over here, the Magica file. In here, we will go up here to find an Oyster Pearl right away. In that building, there is someone else, but doesn't matter. In the upper building, dialogue that we don't care about right now. Up here, a lot of stuff that we don't care about. Then there, a lot of stuff that we don't care about. A lot of stuff that we just don't care about right now. In here, as far as I'm aware, nothing relevant. No, nothing relevant. Down here, something relevant. Hello. So this guy is going to give us a quest to find the golden cockatrix. And then down here, we're going to find two things. One is this furnace, and two is the long saber that you can find from the forge here, which is going to be a weapon that Wandala can equip, because otherwise she doesn't really have a weapon. You can buy a weapon for her, but I think doing this is a lot more, you know, saving money. Anyways, there's no item in there to Random's chagrin. He's not happy about that one. Let me look for a second. We found side quest 2, side quest 3. We're missing side quest 4. What is side quest 4? Flower? Cockatrix? Flower? Oh my god, wow. My head is being very difficult today. No. Anyways, so the thing about Azan is, in general, we will have to look for a lot of things. What am I? Right. Sorry about that. One of the things that we will have to take care of in Azan is all the guild quests and all the side quests. So you get side quest 4, which is what I was starting to get confused about. You get side quest 4 from coming up here, interacting with this flower nest, and then he'll tell us that he'll make that a quest, that we should get rid of the flowers. Over here you'll find the impact staff, which is a good staff for Wandala, for Luciana. And then if you venture up here into the corner, you will find secret room number 3, which contains the Vantage Shield, which is the first relic that we will find in this run. Now, who you give this to doesn't really matter, but I like to give it to Wandala, because giving it to Wandala will allow her to use her Labor Day, Kissing Boots, and kneeling down skills whenever you kind of feel like it. So it's definitely, in my opinion, the best way to start out and give that to her. Anyways, the Guild of Archery over here. There's two ways to solve the first quest for the Guild of Archery. The first way is that you get 15 uses on Sarah's sniper skill, and then with 15 uses she will instantly win this archery contest. However, if you're like me and you're lazy and you don't want to go ahead and max out those skills, you can just come here, have Wandala try, I believe, 5 times, with Random trying twice, Sarah trying once at least. I'm not sure if Random trying twice is necessary, but I have done that every time, and that has worked, so. And then the 5th attempt from Wandala should be a hit, and that completes the quest. Now, you can pick whatever wine you like. It doesn't really matter. The last one gives you XP, which gives you 1000 experience. So I'm kind of a fan of... I'm definitely a fan of having 1000 free XP. So the quest here is to collect 1,000 kiwi feathers. 1,000, yes. 11 kiwi feathers. Now, 11 kiwi feathers, definitely a lot of feathers to collect. We don't want to go to the higher guild, because that quest is something that, I mean, we can complete it, but we don't want to complete it yet. Anyways, this guild is going to ask us for gold. Boo. And they're going to give us a quest to collect some carnivorous plants. Don't mind it too much. The point is, it's a pretty easy quest to complete anyways. And then the Guild of Hunters over here is going to cost us gold yet again. We're going to register and we're going to take the first quest. I believe this one is just to kill the Indinera Owls. So those are our first quests in Azan. Once you have these quests, we can actually continue north, and because we did not do the higher Guild of Elves, we actually don't have the quest to renovate houses, which means Wandala at this point can just use Labor Day freely. Otherwise, if you use Labor Day and you go back to Azan, you're actually locked out of Wandala for a while. And it appears that that actually causes some variety of bugs. Now, the good thing is, Wandala already knows instant break here. Thanks to the fact that she is level 5. Now, as we continue, we are going to enter up here. We're going to find another mushroom. I think that was... I didn't really see. I don't really care either because it's not special either way. This is actually one of the more annoying fights because it's really big. Although it doesn't particularly matter. Just make sure you get rid of the... Just make sure you get rid of the thing there, and then use attack up, and then you can just spam skills. Obviously, we want to be using as many skills as humanly possible whilst we're doing this. The reason for this is pretty simple. You need to max out all skills eventually. It's technically speaking not a real requirement. Like, there's nothing that's going to stop you from progressing if you haven't mastered all skills. But not having the skills mastered definitely impedes a lot of gameplay. Like, it makes the game substantially harder. Also note that it's not raining yet, which means that using the rainfall skill will actually have an effect. Throughout the rest of the game, you can remember that if you want. I don't think it's the most relevant little tech, but it does exist. Anyways, you can cross the bridge here, and then if you continue all the way to the top, you're gonna find Secret Room 4 here. Secret Room 4, over here you find 200 gold, over there you find a ring. We'll cover that ring in a second. First we're going to find this golden egg, and then we're just going to exit danger so that we're back in Azan, so that we can heal up, because we did take a lot of damage there. Now, as I was saying, the order of things that you do, the order of affairs here is a little bit weird. There's a lot of things that you should probably not do yet. There's a lot of things that you probably should do earlier. There's a lot of stuff that you can't do right now. There's a lot of stuff that you don't want to do right now. So it's all a bit of a mixed bag. And remembering what you can and can't do yet is sometimes a little bit tedious. Anyways, we're going to give Sarah the ring that we found, the mist ring, because that's going to give her more max MP and it's going to regen 1 MP per turn for her. So far, that, like, for now, that is definitely something that we want Sarah to have. We lost a lot of coins because of these stupid pesos. God, I hate these pesos. We're going to use Rainfall because that is going to deal good damage to them, and then the pixies. And they sadly escape with our gold. So that is one of the reasons you probably shouldn't bother having too much gold with you. You're going to lose it anyways when you encounter pesos. There is a way to get rid of that, but for that we need to finish that quest with the flowers first. So once we've completed that quest, we will get rid of the pesos stealing our gold. Yay. Anyways, take that out with Silver Sword. Definitely the easiest way to take care of that one. And then we're going to continue, and now it's going to start raining. So the good thing about rain is, every single enemy on the map is now going to be weak to Dominion Bolts, because they're wet. The downside of rain is that it's raining, and it consumes a lot of, like, energy for the game. The game actually runs a little bit slower when it rains, which is a bit annoying. We missed. That is a pity. Okay, well, he didn't steal our gold, so it's fine. And we did take him out, so that's good. Alright, so that should give us 105 gold. It's not the best, it's not the worst. This is going to give us a power ring, which is obviously really good for random. I believe that's pretty obvious. And then we're just going to continue. Now, I'm wondering, can we beat this boss right now? On one hand, I do want to try. On the other hand, I know it doesn't matter whether we do it now or later. So I'm kind of thinking like we might as well hold off on it until I'm 100% sure that we can beat it. Beating it now definitely won't give us any major advantage, so it doesn't particularly matter. It's also one of the only bosses that you can't paralyze so far. So anyways, we're gonna find Secret Room 5 in here, and Secret Room 5 has a couple items. First we'll find a Mithril, then a Dusk Dew, and then a Fortune Crystal. So yeah, and then a Zen Mushroom over there. Not exactly the most relevant item, I think. Yeah, another Indinera Mushroom right there. We still don't have Gates of Thunder, which means we still can't instant kill these Kiwis. Now, I don't think I've seen a single feather so far either, which is annoying, because we do need those feathers to drop a little bit more frequently. We basically only need 2 of them, but we definitely do need those 2. Okay, so let's try this here. I'm not sure if it's gonna work, because we are not that high leveled. Yeah, the owls will take their turn right away. We can use Sniper, which will deal a lot of damage. We can use Labor Day. Okay, they deal a lot of damage. We can maybe... No, we missed. Okay. Missing is what cost us the thing here. Which is bad, but it's also good to know that missing is the only reason that we didn't get it here. Okay. Yeah, so... It would be nice if they wouldn't use that agility dropping skill right away, because that's the only, that's kind of what's costing us the game here. Random countered. Wow, that does not happen a lot. I have not seen random counter at this point a lot. So that's really good, obviously. I'm actually gonna try and keep Sarah alive here because the XP is really good. Or it just takes an additional turn and it doesn't matter anyways, you know, as we do. And then apparently that thing can counter as well. Who knew? Okay, so I guess we don't get the bonus XP here. We do get the XP from clearing the quest. And then if you interact with this a second time, you will find the Indinera feathers right there. Now, as you can see, there is a boss up here as well, but we need to exit danger before we can possibly fight that because we are completely exhausted right now. Now that boss can't be cheesed like a lot of the bosses in this game. I'm not sure how many bosses exactly can be cheesed, because that would require me to know how many bosses there are in detail, which I don't know by heart. But that is one of the bosses that can very easily be cheesed by just paralyzing him. I call it cheese. It technically speaking isn't cheese because, you know, you're kind of supposed to be able to do that. But yeah. Alright. So I don't see a particular reason to not at least... Oh. I was not aware that that would trigger the fight. I thought you had to interact with the thing, but whatever. We're gonna go ahead and we're just going to... Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the lowest level I've ever been trying to fight this guy. So I'm not too sure that this is a good idea. Or let me say that differently. I'm pretty sure this is a bad idea. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna attack buff random. We're just gonna use pixies again because that's going to deal damage to all of them. And we're gonna do that, and I guess we'll try paralysis, although I don't think it'll work. Sarah can just heal herself. We can use Labor Day to reset all skill uses just so that random doesn't run out. And we can use this. The motorbikes in my area are so much fun to listen to, truly. Sarah is going to go ahead and use an additional... Oh, actually, Labor Day doesn't do that until it's maxed. I just realized. We get a lucky crit there. We get a lucky crit there, and we actually deal with this boss relatively quickly. So that's going to level random up. Okay, yeah. That's pretty good, if you ask me. So we're going to continue up, and we're going to head back to where we were a second ago. We're going to go back to where the owls were. And up here, you'll see there is actually going to be a lovely guy waiting for us. And at this point, this is also the point where we start having to try and max out Medalist Curse with random. So that is another skill that we have to go ahead and use a lot of times. We're just gonna save here because this is a really easy fight, technically speaking. And when I say this is a really easy fight, I mean it can be paralyzed. Like, that's really all there's to this fight, because if you paralyze him, he's dead. Like, and I don't think he has any paralysis resist whatsoever, because every time I've tried in the past, he's just been paralyzed as well. Which doesn't change that random can attack him, deal some damage as well, but yeah. There you go. That will get rid of the bleeding, and this will finish the fight. Alright, so our big sloth friend here is dead, and we actually get the worm egg, which is something that is not guaranteed to drop, but it's definitely very good if we can get it. The worm egg is going to be 1 instant level up, I believe that is. Yes, 1 full instant level up. So obviously, really great item to just find. Kind of annoying that it's not guaranteed, because that means that this fight can actually give you the equivalent of nothing. But yeah, it is what it is. Okay, Sarah gets taken out. That's a little bit annoying. I think I might have like 1 revival item at this point. I'm not too sure about that. Let's check. Do we? Yes, we have 1 pepper. So the pepper can revive Sarah. We can heal with Sarah. She's basically going to full heal everyone. So there's that. The Elven Rapier is good for Sarah, but the issue is that will disallow her to use Sniper as a skill. And I want her to max out Sniper ASAP. So you might see where the issue is there. Other than that, we kind of also want to max out Paralyze as fast as possible, because Paralyze is a really good skill. Anyways, over here, we need to interact with this. Wendala is going to lose 3 permanent defense and 300 HP. But she gets 1 use for Labor Day. Is that worth it? No. But here's the thing. If you don't have Wendala in the party will have to decide who does it. And you can actually select random. And each of them will lose, I believe, a different stat for doing it. I'm pretty sure that it's just 3 attack, I'm not sure. But for Wendala, it's 3 defense. So that is a little bit of a little tidbit, I suppose. It depends on which one you force to use the skill. Anyways, up here we're gonna find another boss. Up here we're gonna find another boss. Yet again, another boss that is actually really easy to beat, because yet again, he is not resistant to paralysis, which means, I mean, I know that this is starting to sound old, but yeah. It means all you have to do is paralyze him, and ta-da, that's going to be it. Now this guy does inflict a lot of damage if you let him take the turn. So paralyzing him ASAP is definitely required, because he deals, I swear, a lot of damage. He can sleep your characters, he can deal a lot of damage. He does drop 13 meat when you kill him though. And you don't get the visual effect for that if you don't take him out the normal way, but whatever. So paralyzing him, definitely 100% the best way to deal with this guy. Otherwise, he can get very annoying very quickly with the sleep effects. And also, if you don't have Wendala in the party, it can get very annoying to deal with them, because obviously you have 1 less character to like spread his attacks over. Alright, so we found 1 Kiwi Feather, which means I believe that we're at 10, which means we still need 1 more Kiwi Feather. Finding the Kiwi Feathers is actually really annoying, if you ask me. Because they really don't drop quickly, or often even. So I'm just maxing Labor Day at this point, because that will give Wendala a bonus effect on her Labor Day skill, which is what we're after, obviously. Now, I don't think there's a point in continuing right now, because we actually risk accidentally finishing the quest, and we don't want to finish the quest yet, so... Well, we don't want to finish this section, is what I'm trying to say. So, I believe we will head down. I mean, I really would like 1 more Kiwi Feather. Do I have 10, or do I have... Yeah, I have 10. So, I need 1 more Kiwi Feather. Which we're definitely not going to get from not Kiwis. Over here, you would think that this would be a secret room or anything special about this, but there isn't. She's just going to mention that the mushroom's not that good. Alright, Kiwis. Great. That has a chance to paralyze, by the way. Although, why paralyze when you can just take it out anyways? Alright, please, no feather. Again, no feather. Getting these feathers is honestly one of the most tedious things to do. To the point that I'm just walking back to Azan instead of teleporting back with the exit danger, because there's no point anyways, since I cannot finish the quest yet. That's actually a pretty powerful skill. Okay, we found the feather. Hallelujah. Okay, good. So I can actually test this out now. I've never tested this, but how will I say this? So the reward from the Guild of Archery is that you can get better rewards from the Guild of Hunters. Now, the Guild of Hunters gives you a variety of rewards, but none of them are particularly worth it. Well, I mean, they're good. Like, you want them, but it's not like you'd want them first, per se. So let's head back to the Guild of Archery. Let's interact with them. Let's tell them that we finished the quest. We're going to get XP for that, obviously. And now he's going to tell us that we get better rewards from the Guild of Hunters. So, thanks to that, Guild Brotherhood right here, okay. So, now if we head back to the Guild of Hunters, we should have better rewards, and we will see what these better rewards are supposed to be. Make sure to bring back the corpse of a dead owl. Yes, we did that. Alright, and we are going to get a reward here. Herald's Burst and an enchanted bow is the bonus reward. Okay. And let's see what that does. Attack speed plus 80. Wow, okay, that is a good bow. Jesus, that is a good bow. Okay, wow. That was worth it. That was worth it. That was worth it. Okay. Let's head back to the Guild of Indinera, because we also completed that quest. This one is less relevant. You're just going to avoid getting... let's see. So Herald's Purse is the same thing, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Archer's Vigilante here. No, where is it? Where is it? Oh, here. The Piso Repellent. No gold lost when finding Pisos. Anyways, we're going to talk to this guy again, and he's going to tell us to find a flower. So that's fine. We have 800 gold, so that's kind of fine. We're going to go to the Higher Guild of Elves. We're finally going to go ahead and do this quest. So we're going to sign up, and doing a quest for them, they're going to ask us to renovate a building. Debatable relevance. Once we head back to the Guild of Hunters, we can actually talk to this guy now, and we're going to find the rare flower over here. Fun fact for those who care about, like, the history, so to speak. This was actually one of the quests that went unsolved for the longest amount of time, because people couldn't figure out what to do with the flower, because it was very hard to find the flower initially. A lot of people, like, just did not know where to find the flower, and I was one of those. We spent a lot of time trying to find it, but initially it was very hard. Anyways, plus 1 gold per item found, and then 1 additional gold every 40 items. Like, the relevance here is debatable. Very debatable. Anyways, we're going to talk to the weather specialist. So this guy's going to teach us that when it rains, our magic defense will be increased. Is that useful? I mean, no. No, not particularly, but... I mean, it would be if any of these enemies actually used magic on us, but they don't, so... Anyways, we can use Labor Day here, but that's not going to work for the quest, so we need to actually be in a fight before that works. Oh, right, no. The reason it doesn't work is because we didn't inspect the building yet. Also, as you can see, Herald's Burst does... It's quite literal. It's your luck in gold times 4. Divided by 100. So, yeah. Anyways, the quest that we got from the higher guild, the one that I have been putting off, is that you need to interact with this building here. And then once you're out, I believe you can just use Labor Day. And then, since we're in Azan, they're going to put Wendala there, and she's going to start working on that. Now, in order to get Wendala back, what you need to do is you need to go all the way back to the ending, like to the end of the map. Where, normally speaking, the end of the game would be, the end of the mission would be. And then once you're there, you need to interact with the door, and that will let you get $1 back. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go do that. We're going to head all the way up. We're just going to ignore everything else because there's no reason to do this without $1. That's also why I put this quest off until the very end. You can do all this stuff a lot earlier, but if you put it off all the way until the end, you will actually be able to keep $1 throughout all of it, and then $1 will be able to get XP for all the things that we're doing here. So, in my opinion, it's definitely worth trying to do it this way. If you don't care for $1 XP and for Labor Day skill uses and all that, then, I mean, that's fine. Definitely not mandatory or anything, but it's definitely the order I prefer to do things in. Also, I wasn't actually... What is this event? Stupid rain is so bad. Top is ruined. Oh, right. Okay. I think that's the first time I actually see that dialogue, because if when it requires $1 to not be in the party the first time you get here. I don't think I've ever done that. Actually, no. It's weird. I must have seen it before then, because we've been here, because we've killed the orc, obviously. Weird. Yeah, never seen that dialogue before. Or at least, never consciously seen it. So, I was gonna say, luckily stun, unlike paralysis, does not cost you the game if you get stunned, if your entire team is stunned. That honor goes purely to paralysis. There's no other status effect that does that, except exhaustion, obviously. Which is good, because otherwise that would have cost us the game right there. So, especially initially, this game is a lot of skill using, like using a large variety of skills. Anyways, talking to the door will cause Random to say that he wants $1 back because he doesn't want to continue the quest without $1. Which means that we do need to come back to Azan, we need to pick up $1, and then we need to go back. All the way back. Luckily, that's not too much of a bother. Do you have any quests left? I'm pretty sure we did all quests, right? Yep, completed all the quests. Higher guilds. Is that? Yeah, okay. So we did finish all of that. Now, so normally, yeah, okay. If she is not at the lower floor, that means she's ready to come with you. Sadly, you cannot use exit danger. Okay, apparently you can. You're not supposed to be able to do that. It's also not faster, I think, because you have to come back down. But okay, whatever. Anyways, we're going to go back to the higher guild of elves. We're going to talk to her again. And this time she will comment that she needs 2 days to verify whether or not we actually finished the quest. Which, you know. Okay. Now, one of the weird things is that sometimes this quest actually disappears from your quest book. And I'm not sure how or when that happens. Sometimes it just disappears. Okay. Back in the Indinera forest, and now this time we are going to check if this route worked, because there is a bug or a feature. I don't know whether it's a bug or a feature, but there is something causing the last boss that we can fight in the forest to just straight up not spawn. Now, like I said, I'm not entirely sure what causes it, and I'm not entirely sure how to circumvent it. But obviously, an entire boss not spawning is not pretty good. It's not very good for us. And I'll be honest, I'm having trouble realizing like why it's happening. The only thing I can imagine is that it might be because we actually have $1 and you're not supposed to have her, but that definitely sounds off. I can't see him. Damn it. Oh! Yay! He's here. Okay, so this is the second boss. I don't know. Apparently, if you kill the first Sloth with $1, and then... if you kill the first Sloth with $1 after already having done the quest with $1, like the renovation quest, this guy will not spawn. For some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's a bug, maybe it's not, but that you cannot get him. Which is what I was stuck with earlier, because when I was test running, because it meant obviously that I couldn't like do anything. I believe that countered onto Random himself, so we're going to use kneeling down to prevent the counters. Doing this does not entirely prevent counters, but it does like I think lower the chance. Anyways, you might have guessed, but this thing is not immune to counters. This thing is not immune to paralysis, so... Okay, wow, he countered again. That really sucks. Okay, so that's 1,000 damage. It's definitely not bad damage or anything, but it is a toughie. So Sarah's just going to heal herself. Wendala is going to keep spamming Labor Day, because why not? Okay. She gets taken out. We do have the Escalaboom, but I kind of don't want to waste Escalaboom on this. So let's try a variety of skills here. Now we do have the Death skill. I'm not sure if Death is going to work on this guy. I have strong reasons to doubt that. You never know, though. He's also not weak to Thunder, apparently. Notably, Silver Sword can inflict blind, which is obviously what we're going for here, because that will just reduce the chance of him hitting you. Why can't... Oh, she's tired now. That's why she can't use it now. And we can't use Labor Day yet, so that's annoying. Okay. Alright, so the kneel effect just wore off, which means we no longer... we're no longer not gonna miss, so we need to use the kneel effect again. Sarah is still tired. And all techniques just reset, so we can finally use Labor Day, get rid of that, but Sarah is still tired. Because it doesn't heal tired yet. Let's see, does any of this heal tired? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Alright, so that means we have to do this without Sarah's skills. Again, it's not the worst in the world, but it is kind of annoying. Also, it is definitely possible that we just straight up lose this anyways, but... Ah, Random just killed himself. Okay. So let's go ahead and just use the Escalaboom here. Escalaboom is one of the best healing items in the game, obviously. It kind of does what it says on the tin. It just heals your entire party, cures all KO. So it's kind of like the catch-all revival item. I suppose a lot of people would tell you to not just waste that. I personally think if you're playing on Insane mode, you definitely should just be using it whenever it seems opportune, because Insane mode is hard enough without that kind of saving up items. Now, if this was if this was later in the game and you kept the items, I would definitely recommend you to keep it. But you don't keep items across some sections of the game, so it doesn't matter too much. We're just going to guard with Sarah because, yep, I could feel that coming. We're going to use Labor Day, but that's not going to do too much. We're going to heal. We're going to Dominion Bolt again. We're going to use Kneeling Down one more time. We're going to go ahead and heal. I meant to heal Luciana. That is why I meant to use heal Luciana. Also, he keeps talking the entire fight long, and I actually don't know what he's trying to say. So it is kind of interesting to just let him... roll his dialogue. But I have no clue what it ends up saying. It's quite a long dialogue. Also, I'm starting to doubt that this guy can actually be paralyzed. If he can, he's getting incredibly lucky. Also, we have not gotten a single crit with Random, I believe. I will know. I will no doubt... I meant to heal there. I will heal Sarah with him. I will no doubt Ant... I feel like this dialogue isn't making a lot of sense here, but okay. No skill reset yet. And he did counter onto himself. I will no doubt and very... I'm not gonna pretend that I'm not finishing this fight purely because I want to see the dialogue, but I will admit that I'm kind of invested at this point. And easily. Yeah, that makes sense as the next line, I suppose. Kill. Every... Random, please stop hitting yourself. Really can't... Okay, every single one of you, probably. Okay, so as you can see, this boss is probably the hardest one. I mean, definitely the hardest one. We kind of knew that. I really tried to see as much of his dialogue as possible, but I think in the end he just says, I will no doubt kill everyone, last one of you. So, one thing you should note is that because it's raining, he's already wet, which means a minion bolt does deal bonus damage. I'm not sure how much bonus damage, but it does deal bonus damage. We're gonna guard with random. We're gonna attack buff random, and we're gonna use kneeling down so that his counters are disabled as much as possible. We're gonna use sniper because that is actually a guaranteed hit skill. Sniper cannot miss. As in, it cannot be countered, it cannot miss unless you're hitting into something that has a specific immunity to it. Anyways, we're gonna use Silver Sword here. We're just trying to get the blind off, but that seems to be harder than expected. Keep in mind, we do have the meat from the other boss, which will give us a very substantial heal. We're gonna use Metalist Curse here, because Metalist Curse is a great skill. And then we're just going to go ahead and use the meat on Sarah so that she heals up. Luciana gets tired, which means she can only use her magic now. She can no longer use skills, but that's fine. Sarah and Random are going to start spamming their skills now. And then Luciana can just try and paralyze still. Okay, Random is out, so he's going to use Gates of Thunder. Doesn't really matter, not much to it. And keep in mind, Sarah can only use her Sniper once per turn. So, well, once every other turn is what I'm trying to say. Now, Random and Sarah together definitely deal the most damage in the game because of the combination of their skills. The issue is Luciana here is kind of pointless because she's silenced and also... Yeah, she's silenced as well as suffering from tires, so she literally cannot use any skills right now. We're gonna go kneeling down again because he did counter me once and I'm not sure if he can do that again. Oh, right, I'm out of sniper uses and it's on the cycle of like you can only use it once every other turn. That's actually pretty brutal, but okay. So that's gonna remove bleed. The issue is we cannot really use any skills because, okay, all techniques reset, great. So that means we can use our skills again. Luciana is still tired and silenced, so we're just going to use the meat on Wandala with her. We're going to use Sniper because that deals a lot of damage. We're going to use Schism Boots because Random's attack buff has run out. I was hoping that would re-inflict the silence, the blind on him. I think Metalist Curse ran out, so... Okay, I'm definitely getting the feeling that we cannot paralyze this guy. Don't ask me why I'm getting that feeling. So, it might be better to just start spamming Dominion Bolt on him. Attack buff Sarah. So I like this fight because I think, personally, I feel this is the first fight in the game where it actually forces you to like go in depth as to how you're tackling the fight. Sure, it's still not like, nobody's gonna call this like the most insane fight in Laxius series ever or anything. But I do really like the fight as a whole. I think it's a great fight. Anyways, we're also getting a lot of skill uses from it. I will admit that that is part of the reason that I like this. Long fights let you just use a lot of skills. And using a lot of skills lets you level your skills up, so. We're almost there. Now, until our skills reset, we actually can't do much except maybe like use that. That wasn't the reset cycle either. I think it's every 7 turns that it resets, which means we can only use Paralyze at this point. And some normal attacks, I suppose. Because she's tired, so she can't use her skills. Okay, Sniper, and that does take him out. Okay, so that was a rough fight, but we did win. Yay, very good. We get the Raccoon Claw, which is great. And this is also like the hardest to find boss in the game, because fighting this boss definitely isn't easy. Now, with the clearing of that boss, that means we killed every single boss in the area. We got the Explorer Seal, the Peace Repellent, the Traveler's Card, the Archer's Vigilante, the Guild Brotherhood, Herald's Purse, because we completed these quests, which are the only ones that you can complete, as well as Side Quest 1 earlier on. This one is definitely the one that we were stuck on for the longest, like before we found a solution. Other than that, I don't think there's too much else to discuss here. We basically did everything there is to do. So the only thing left now is to go back to the place that we need to be. Also, impressively, we have already almost finished leveling up Wendala's Labor Day, which is really good. Because once that's the thing is, once you max out Labor Day, it actually resets skill uses. So you don't have to wait for the reset turn, because that skill will actually do it for you. Which is like, I don't think I need to explain why that's good, right? It's pretty obvious. And the best part is it actually resets itself as well, which means that even if you use it, it will never run out, and then you can use it from the menu, which means you can infinitely cycle skills that you can use from the menu, such as one that we will encounter later on. Did I collect this item? No, right. You get extra dialogue if you come here with Wendala. There's still no item though, so no. So as I was saying, like for example, revive skills not revive skills. There's a couple skills. It might just be one, really. There's one skill at least that has a one-time use outside of battle and inside of battle, but whatever. So if you have Labor Day, you can actually enable yourself to cycle that skill over and over and over again, even though you're not supposed to, which allows you to max out that skill without actually doing any of the work. That being said, with Wendala, you definitely want to just like keep mastering her skills one by one, because that is definitely required. Also, my suggestion personally, it's gonna be annoying that you don't have the Vantage Shield for a while. If you don't know why you would lose the Vantage Shield, just, you know, don't listen to the next part. But while it's annoying that you might lose the Vantage Shield for a while, I definitely do recommend leaving it on Wendala. Because Wendala is definitely the character that can use it the most, I think, personally. Because she has so many skills that she has to master. It's kind of hard to master these skills without giving her the Vantage Shield. Anyways, we've actually made it to the outpost now, so this is where I'm going to save. This is where we're going to leave it off for today. But what we are going to do as the last thing, I'm going to try and end every episode by saving at a book. Because what does a book allow you to do? A book allows you to read your stats. So we're playing in insane mode. We found 38 items. Difficulty is 2 out of 2. Side quests 6 out of 65 with 5 guild quests completed. 5 secret rooms found. 6 bosses slain. And that gives us 1 relic out of 35, which globally means that our overall score right now is 236. There you go. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day.